Hey, welcome to today's video. My name is Shane Gerhard and today's Wednesday, so we're getting into some wisdom from Proverbs. Today's verse is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 15, which says, "My son, don't travel that road with them or set foot on their path." There's a very good chance that you just heard that verse and you're like, oh, that's easy, not really for me, and you just kind of glance over it and you're like, I'm done with this video. But wait, give me just one moment to unpack this a little bit because this is a really easy one to glance over. If you're new here, this has pretty much been a series since verse 8. It's been talking about sinners and how they convince you and the path that they take you on that leads you to destruction away from God. And now we get some wisdom saying, don't travel that road with them or set foot on their path. There's two main key points that I just want to touch on really quickly, and that is all roads lead to somewhere. When you travel on a path on a certain road, you're making a decision to head in a specific direction. Where exactly is this road heading? I'm not exactly sure, but I can tell you one thing, it's not heading in the direction of God. When you get saved and you're born again, Paul says that you now have the choice to obey sin, become a slave to sin, or you can become a slave to righteousness. The choice is yours, and every single day we make that decision slowly but surely. If we partner ourselves up with sinners and we follow in a life of distraction, or we just do little tiny things each day, you're sitting on this path and you're going in that direction away from God. You can only go one or two ways. Jesus says it's better for you to be hot or cold, but never lukewarm. We're always heading in a specific direction by your obedience and your choices. Now it says here to not even set foot on their path. Now so many of us, and I've done this before too, so I'm not trying to just come at anyone here. I've done this as well, but so many of us have chosen to see how close we can get to the line before crossing into sin. Now, if we use this Bible as an illustration, just for illustration purposes, and this is the line, the lettering is the line, everything above it is righteousness and everything below it is sin. Now, this path leads to heaven, this path leads to hell. What we tend to do a lot of the time is see how close can we get to this line before crossing over. But I'm imploring you to figure out how you can live a lifestyle where you're never even close to the line. It's saying right here in this wisdom to not even set foot on that path. You don't want to know why? Because it's seductive. One foot leads you to another. How many times have you said, I'm going to have one chip? I'm gonna have one piece of candy, one piece of chocolate. I'm just gonna do this once, and then it led into something more. That is what sin tends to do, is it seduces you into this place where even when you set one path on it, it pulls you into this deeper position to where now you have been traveling on this path, and now you're finding yourself so much further away from God. But what we need to do is figure out what steps can we make, what choices can we make every day to be a slave to righteousness and move in the direction of God in relationship with Him. And so that's what this is saying. Don't step path on it. It will pull you deeper and deeper and deeper. But every day we have to make a decision, a choice to obey righteousness and follow God. Hey, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. If you have any questions about anything that I just said, let me know in the comment section. I will be happy to answer your questions. And again, my name is Shane Gerhard. This is Wisdom Seed Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, I get into a verse of Proverbs and pull out some information. So if you aren't already, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that way next week, you'll be aware of my newest video. See you then.